offers, whether you go to them or they come to you. In the final installment of our 21st Century Library series, we go behind the scenes to see how they make it all happen. Here's Shannon Slatton.
Hennepin County residents are very in tune to what's going on, and they're voracious readers, so it takes a lot for us to keep up with them.
$8 million a year to spend on books and other materials sounds like a lot, but spread that across 41 libraries and thousands of patrons, and you can quickly see that being selective is important.
Our 6 selectors work really, really hard, and we have to make really tough decisions, and I think and it's fun. It's absolutely fun. Whenever I tell people what I do, people are always really jealous.
Fun, but a lot of hard work. Chelsea and her colleagues work with publishers and professional reviews to choose much of the material they buy.
Then once I've made those decisions, then I have to do the proactive work, which is the digging, to figure out what are we missing, who's being left out of our collection, and where are those materials. And that's a lot of the more self-published stuff.
And sometimes it's the self-published works that mean the most to some patrons.
This is an example of a self-published book, or a very small press. I believe the author is the publisher, A Tale of Two Mommies, which is about a little boy and his 2 mommies. And this has actually been around for a number of years. This was one of the first books in the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years that was really widely available, that had lesbian mothers and interracial as well, which is, you know, we're trying to find materials that reflect all of the different lifestyles that are in our county so that every patron who comes into the library can see themselves in our books.
Once materials are selected, they go into circulation, where they eventually end up here.
Automated materials handling machine.
This large contraption is really a giant robot that sorts every material that goes through the library system and makes sure it gets delivered to the right building.
As the book is going down the AMH, what it's doing is it's reading this barcode. The barcode tells them exactly which location it should go to, and it's also linking this RFID tag or security tag. It links these 2 together. Once those are linked, then it knows exactly where to send it to. And in this instance, if there was no hold on this material, it would be sent to Brookdale.
Capable of handling up to 1,600 items per hour, the machine makes it possible to move about 25,000 materials through the library system every day.
It's wonderful. It helps with all of our workflow. It saves a lot of time. So this has been amazing. I love it personally.
And what about when books get damaged? Sometimes they're just replaced. Other times,
the case is in bad shape. We need to replace the case, but the text is in wonderful shape.
They come here to Central Library in Minneapolis. That's where Frank HURLEY spends his days giving new life to old books.
Having someone with Frank's expertise on staff is vital not only for the health of the library's collections, but can also extend the expertise of the library into other areas of the county. From
rebinding broken books to preserving historic memorabilia, Frank does it all.
I really feel lucky to work here, and it's a great job, and I love working with books, and I mean, I love everything about old books. I love the smell of old books, the feel of old books, and I really think we still need books, even with all the digital media that's available to us.
Having an in-house book bindery is somewhat rare these days, but for a system the size of Hennepin County's, staff says it's more than worth it.
We send out hundreds of books every day from this library throughout the county and throughout the state and the region, so this collection is really getting used, and so people really want to have access to these books. So in terms of the mission of this library and the mission of my work, it really makes a lot of sense to me.
And that's a look at Hennepin County's 21st Century Library, from its humble horse-drawn beginnings to the massive high-tech operation that it's become. Special thanks to Brandon Bankston for putting this week's library series together.